Alright, welcome back to Toyama, home to the best fish in Japan. Today we're going to look at two amazing sushi restaurants we ate at recently. This is the first restaurant, Aburian Toyamazushi. Buri is a specialty in Toyama. In Japan, yellowtail is named according to the size of the fish. Buri is considered the most premium with the largest size and highest fat content. In Canada, yellowtail is just called hamachi. It turns out in Canada we're basically eating the cheapest and least desirable one. This one, however, was very beautiful looking. Because of its high fat content, it has a relatively dense and rich texture. It's like chutoro with a more dense texture in my opinion. It's extremely delicious. We'll also try this Toyama dandelion. It was bitter and not good. Far less delicious than the yellowtail, do not recommend. We also ordered another kind of yellowtail from Himi, a smaller city in Toyama, which was supposed to be even more premium. It was sliced much thinner than the other cut. This version felt softer and the fat melted faster, giving it a more pleasant melt-in-your-mouth texture. For my main dish, I ordered a sashimi bowl so I could enjoy the pure flavor of the Toyama fish. It had seared and fresh yellowtail, flounder, pickled mackerel, red crab, sweet shrimp, lean tuna, rosy cheek sea bass, minced fatty tuna, salmon roe, and egg. The sashimi bowl also came with miso soup and some crab chawamushi. This one was served cold with a gelatin layer and lots of crab meat on top. It had a very delicate custard texture, with mild dashi, egg, and crab flavors. The flavors were light, but this was extremely delicious. Probably the most delicious chawamushi I've ever had, but just because I like crab. The crab, egg, and dashi flavors all work together harmoniously. Everything is better if you just put a pile of crab meat on top, though. This was some insanely delicious looking sashimi. Okay, to be honest, this first one was average. Harame is just kind of flavorless with a medium firm texture. 7.5 out of 10.
Was it good?
For being such a small piece of crab, it had a very strong flavor, which I loved. Red crab has the same flavor as snow crab, just a little bit stronger. I decided to get this other piece of flounder out immediately as well. In Canada, this would still be considered a pretty good piece of fish. The torching renders some of the fat, giving it a more pleasant oily texture.
But it's still good. It's just not pickled as much.
Nodoguro is also known as blackthroat sea perch or rosy cheek sea bass. It's another Toyama specialty. It was exceptionally light, soft, and rich. The flesh is soft and just kind of dissolves in your mouth. The tuna had medium firmness and density. In Canada, a lot of fish have a spongy texture, especially tuna. Not exactly sure what it's from, but they don't have that in Japan, and it's much more delicious. All the fish was on top of sushi rice, which was excellent. Well seasoned and chewy.
Alright. I saved it for nothing. It's okay.
This was the same himi buri that we previously had, and it had incredible richness and melting texture combined with floral flavor. I have no idea why minced fatty tuna isn't as common in Canada. It's literally just scraped off the bones and has incredible taste and texture. The sweet shrimp were extra rich, sticky, and sweet in Toyama.
But it turned out okay.
This ikura seemed to be mixed with thinly sliced kelp, which added a slimy texture. Since ikura has a really strong flavor and the liquid in the eggs is already kinda slimy, this just tasted like normal delicious ikura. The tamago was soft and sweet with egg flavor. We ordered some special gunkan sushi on the side, some shiro-ebi and more ikura. Shiro-ebi are a true Toyama specialty. Toyama Bay is the only place in the world they are fished commercially. They are known as the jewels of Toyama Bay, in fact. These gunkan were wrapped in isoyuki kombu. They were briny, sweet, and had a pleasant fish flavor. Ikura sushi is literally always delicious. This seaweed looked fancier, but I prefer the regular tasted nori. This one dissolved in your mouth, but didn't offer any real fragrance. I guess I forgot to film it, but these tiny white shrimp are the sweetest and have the most pleasant, rich, and sticky texture. Every time I eat them, I can only imagine the guy in the back peeling these tiny shrimp one by one. There has to be at least 20 tiny shrimp on every sushi. This was the most impressive fish we've had on this trip so far. Not exactly sure why, but the fish here seems softer and richer. Extra delicious in Toyama. 9.8 out of 10. Every fish except the flounder was exceptional. I didn't try these, but the most popular items were the sushi platters. This was a fantastic lunch, serving many local specialties with exceptional quality. The second restaurant was Sushi Tama, which also serves special Toyama sushi. The buri was soft and very rich. The rice was well seasoned and chewy, just as it was at the previous restaurant. The rice balls were also pretty small, so the fish really stood out. The horse mackerel had a soft texture and a fresh, lean taste. The green onions added a lot of freshness. There was none of the typical mackerel fishiness.
I got two.
The whelk had a unique initial soft, crunchy texture, but overall really tender. It had a mild and clean seafood flavor. The variety of flavors and textures on this platter were amazing. The madai was very soft, slightly dense and rich. We also ordered some tempura shiro-ebi, which were fried whole with the shell. They were extremely light and crispy, with delicious fried shrimp flavor. The red crab was briny, tender, and flavorful. Next was the squid sushi, which was very dense, creamy, and a little bit sweet. Squid is 100 times more delicious in Japan than Canada. It doesn't even feel or taste like the same food, honestly. Firefly squid is never my favorite, but this one wasn't bad. The miso flavor was strong, 7.8 out of 10.
Not bad.
You can tell just by looking at this piece that the chutoro was excellent. I can't believe these 11 pieces only cost 2,200 Japanese yen. I'd say the average price of a chutoro like this is 400 to 500. We also ordered some extra pieces on the side. The tobiko was extra crunchy and sweet. It had the same crunchiness as kazunoko. And the best piece for last, the jewels of Toyama Bay. I still can't believe someone peels these one by one. The texture is so unique, sticky and rich with a mild umami sweetness. 10 out of 10. To be honest, I could probably eat this platter of sushi every day and be happy. Another outstanding sushi restaurant. And after eating at both places, I'd say the fish at Aburian Toyamazushi was about 20% better, but the prices were about half as much at Tama Sushi, making it much better value. Overall, both restaurants serve fantastic food with lots of local Toyama specialties, and I highly recommend you visit both if you come to Toyama. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. I hope you'll continue to follow our food adventure in Toyama. Thanks for watching.